r/Askreddit by Robotainment. Now that PBS has announced they'll be televising the impeachment hearings, what will the drinking game rules be? Drink every time someone doesn't answer the question. This is actually a pretty good one. I like it, because it helps train your brain to notice when someone is avoiding, diverting, etc. If you still have a witch's hat laying around from Halloween, you can have a person wear it. It'll rotate around the room on time, or whenever a new person is introduced during proceedings. Whenever the term witch hunt is used, you all scream burn the witch and the person in the hat takes a shot of fireball. If you don't want to die, drink every time someone admits they were wrong. But I want to drink, not sit there sober like some kind of loser. Take a shot every time you hear quid pro quo, and try not to die. Jesus, I think you might be culpable for murder for that suggestion, lol. Take a drink every time Russia is mentioned. Why would you want to experience Russian life? Hello all you YouTube channels and clickbait news websites shamelessly stealing the responses from this and claiming them as your own. I see you. I expect to see a BuzzFeed impeachment drinking game article with at least 10 of the top 15 comments by tomorrow. If we turn the impeachment hearings into a drinking game, we better have a death count on the screen too, to count how many people got alcohol poisoning from playing the drinking game. Are the lucky ones. Rule 1. Drink heavily to dull the pain. Rule 2. There is no rule 2. Fuck man. That used to be my daily rules. Be safe y'all. Edit. Holy shit. You all have been the nicest, most supportive people. I appreciate every single one of you for that. I'll give a general answer to a lot of questions then respond to everybody individually. Yes, I'm doing a lot better. I do still drink, but a lot less than I used to now. A 12 pack would take me a couple of days, used to be a couple of hours. Once again, please be safe with alcohol. Just because it's legal doesn't always make it a good decision. Double edit. If someone you care about is an alcoholic, try to reach out to them. Sometimes we don't realize how bad we are until the people we love most desert us, which usually leads to an even worse cycle of abuse. If you are an alcoholic and want to stop, or at least slow down, my best advice is to find someone else who is and also wants to improve themselves. Actively listen to them when they share their feelings and expect the same from them when you share yours. It's not easy, but whoever said that improving your life was AA can work for some, group settings can work for some, other options can work for some. Find what works best for you. Will you fail? Most likely. I did several times. I'm still not fully sober, but that first step and commitment to it is the most important part. Alright, I'll step down off of my soapbox and leave you all with a quote that's kept me going most. Why do we fall? So that we can learn to pick ourselves up. Drink every time PBS is threatened with defunding. Nah fam, they funded and supported by viewers like me, thank me. Rules. If there's anything we should have learned in the last few years, it's that there are no rules. Drink whenever, and then try to dodge the consequences a day after. A shot of peach schnapps, which is beyond gross, in my humble opinion. Every time you hear the word impeach, a shot of ginger. Every time you hear the word tremendous, you won't have to worry about alcohol poisoning. You'll puke way before that. Take a shot for Hillary's ML's Hunter Biden. If anyone says MAGA and it's abbreviated or full form, do nothing. Democrats. A Trump tweet containing the phrase witch hunt with at least one spelling error in the tweet. Perfect phone call. Finish your drink for Trump promoting an anti-Hillary video on Twitter. Any mention of Kofviv. A red herring involving MS-13. Any mention of Xi or Putin by a Republican. Power Hour starts with Ivanka promoting her brand or getting new Chinese patents. Absolutely any mention of Barron by a member of the Trump family. Trump saying the words fuck or shit on live TV. Edit. Holy wah. Thanks for the plat. Now I feel like I have to actually do this. Take a shot every time one of the following is mentioned. Fake news, witch hunt, civil war. Take a shot every time someone makes a question irrelevant to the proceedings. To try and confuse the issue, brings up whataboutism, dodges the question instead of answering it, blames the other party, blames someone else not party affiliated, blames someone else within their party, returns a question with an insult instead of an answer. I figure you'll be unconscious within 15 minutes to a half an hour, depending on your tolerance. One shot for every no one is above the law. Scroll on Twitter under the hashtag at the same time and drink every time someone mentions they would start a civil war. If Trump is impeached, I'm just gonna warn my liver. I've been playing this drinking game since 2016. I'm not sure how much my liver can take. Edit jokes on me. Apparently I'm a champ. Cheers. Take a shot whenever Putin is mentioned. A vodka, obviously. Take a drink anytime. Point 1. A Republican complains about the process being unfair. Point 2. A Republican questions the motives of a witness. Point 3. A Republican mentions Hillary, Biden or Obama. Point 4. A Democrat mentions Russia, Ukraine or the Mueller report. Point 5. Anyone utters the words quid pro quo. Point 6. A Republican declares the process a waste of time. Shoot a whole bottle of Jack if. Point 1. Republican admits that Donald Trump did something wrong. Point 2. A Democrat says the process is a waste of time. Have fun and may you not get alcohol poisoning. I don't recall equals drink. Every time a felony is added to the list, take a drink. I'm assuming he's going to live. Tweet. So every time he angrily responds to an accusation, take a drink. If his tweet mentions witch hunt or insults the Democrats, take 2 drinks. If he specifically calls out Nancy Pelosi or AOC, take 3 drinks. Every time a congressperson asks a stupid question, take a drink. Every time Republicans conveniently move their criteria for impeachment, take small. A sip. They are going to be doing this a lot. You don't want to get alcohol poisoning. Just drink constantly. Don't stop drinking until this whole goddamn thing is over and we can get back to the real reality we split off from in 2012. But that's the one where the world ended. Take a drink every time you catch a rhetorical fallacy. www.mvrhs.org. Link of any kind. 2-page PDF warning. Thanks for the warning. I'm deathly allergic to text-based files of 100 or more MB. Open bottle. Drink until empty. Repeat. You will need it. Promise to give up drinking if Trump gets impeached. Take a shot for every person you register to vote for the 2020 elections. Democracy. International drinking rules. Every time a county is name checked in the impeachment hearing, you must drink a shot of the most famous national drink. Russia, vodka. Ukraine, liquor. China, Baijiu, USA, bourbon. Every time Jim Jordan doesn't have on a jacket, drink. I wouldn't waste my time watching that shit show. It's obvious that the Dems and the media have been trying to get Trump right from election day. The Mueller fiasco didn't pan out, so they moved on to Ukraine. I truly hope this blows up in their faces. While I disliked Obama, I would not have supported his impeachment just because I didn't vote for him. TDS is real. The moment anyone says anything, remain stone cold sober, watching every last second and remembering how we wound up in this situation. Drink every time Dems provide actual evidence of any remotely impeachable offense. No alcohol is required to play. How about every time a congressman or woman asks a question and then interrupts the person trying to answer it, we hit ourselves in the side of the head with a hammer. Dear God, never has a worse punishment existed. 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. Shot every time the narrative changes between there was no quid pro quo and there was quid pro quo, but that's fine. We drink whenever the Democrats lose votes because of absurdity, alcohol poisoning and 10 minutes maximum. I've never been so happy that I don't like drinking in my entire life. I'm going to play these games with water and just spend the entire day in the bathroom. Yeah, I'm that lame ass guy, but at least I still have my liver. D. Water poisoning is real and fatal, so not even the teetotal are safe. Drink every time Trump makes a Ronan sentence. We all just tweet sad after we finish a bottle. Ran out of gin again. #SAD. Take a shot every time a Democrat senator thanks a Democrat witness. How many Democrats are testifying? Most are either lifelong government employees or Trump appointees. Drink whenever, we're all doomed anyway. Drink all you want if you think there's even a chance he'll be impeached and won't be your president for the next 5 years. You have no brain cells left for the alcohol to destroy. Maybe take a drink every time someone answers a question honestly the first time it's asked. You know, like, if you have to drive afterward or something. Trump 2 drunk drinking game. Players. 1 to infinite. Age. 1821 depending on legality in your region. Time frame, as long as you can hold a beverage in your hand, because this might take a while. Rules, every player sits in front of the TV. With a beverage in hand you should choose a good session beverage. This is going to get you proper fucked as the impeachment process is progressing. Players should be listening for the various chugging rules. When a rule is violated, each player must take a sip from their respective beverage. Don't rush this. Honestly, be smart. Chug rules. When someone says quid pro quo, raise your drink and salute, then chug. When someone calls the whistleblower a liar traitor, make a pirate ag and sip. When anyone uses a whataboutism, stand up, spin around 360, and consume. If anyone mentions fake news, smack your forehead and say duh, then imbibe. If anyone mentions Giuliani, take the little green man off your glass, then take a glug. Put your thumb on the table anytime someone says witch hunt, and the last person to do so takes one. Whenever Pelosi is mentioned, the first person to Pelosi clap can give a drink to another player. If someone says Trump has done nothing illegal, everyone make a siren sound and guzzle. This whole impeachment push is total Democrat bullshit, just like the Trump-Russia collusion. Nothing will come of it. They literally have nothing to justify impeachment, and Nancy Pelosi knows it, but felt like she had no choice but to cater to the far left element in her party and proceed with the facade. This too will backfire and Trump gets re-elected in 2020 by an even bigger margin. Mark my words. The past 3 years has already done enough damage to my liver. I'm going to put together impeachment bingo cards instead. Please don't do this, you'll all die of alcohol poisoning, no matter what the rules are. Like and subscribe for good luck, you handsome gentlemen.